I don't know about y'all, but as for me, a lot of stuff doesn't affect me how it used to. Because in these past recent years, I've already been going through a lot. I've already experienced betrayal. I've already experienced people switching up. People who I would have never thought switching up. People backstabbing me. Like, I've already experienced this stuff countless amount of times. So I'm basically kind of numb to it now. Like, I'm not going to say I'm 100% immune to this type of stuff. But it's just I've already been through it. So it doesn't affect me as much. I already know how to just deal with the situations better without letting it affect me, because it's just like I'm used to it by now. If somebody does something, I'm like, alright, I'm used to that already. I already know how people work. So it's like, I just don't let it affect me as much. It just doesn't affect me. I'm kind of numb to this stuff by now, basically. Like, even dealing with tough situations. Like, I've already been going through so many tough situations and just staying on my path, consistent. So when I go through things now, it doesn't affect me as much because I'm like, I already been through the worst of the worst. I've already fought certain situations. I've already dealt with this type of shit before. So now I'm just kind of numb to it. It doesn't affect me as much. Like, you really just become kind of immune to this stuff. Like, I've already experienced the low of the low. I've experienced the worst of the worst. And I maintained through it all. That's like the toughest thing to do, is to still keep pressing forward on what you're doing while simultaneously dealing with the worst of the worst. Like, I've already been through that. It just feels like you're not even human. Like, because once you just start looking at all the stuff you've been through and overcoming, I can speak for myself, it just feels like you don't even know how you're still standing or how you're still alive right now. Like, how you're still staying afloat. Like, I just don't feel the same. And you just stop caring about a lot of stuff once you awaken to a certain level, once you heighten your consciousness and all of that. The more that you don't care about certain things is the more that you won't let it affect you, because you just don't care. So you're not going to have any attachments to this worldly stuff. Like, all these distractions and stuff that people still get affected by, that they tune into, and they get so caught up in it, it just doesn't affect you. You see it for what it is. It's just hard for anything to affect you as much as it used to in the past. It's hard for you to be fooled, because you're not as naive as you used to be once you awaken to a more heightened consciousness. It just feels like you're already reading everything before it happens, or you're already expecting it. Not saying that you're a psychic or none of that, but you just know how to deal with certain things now. Like, I just don't panic as much. I'm able to hold my composure in situations better, because like I mentioned before, I already been through it.